Hi, I'm Mrs. Beal, and my favorite book is The Giver by Lois Lowry, and this has been my favorite book ever since I was in middle school. It's kind of a science fiction type of book where there's a utopian society and just some interesting things kind of happen that goes along with that. When I read The Hunger Games, it immediately reminded me of this book, and so if you like The Hunger Games, I would definitely check this one out. It's worth a try. Not a very long read either, so give it a shot. Thank you!
My favorite book is Missing Since Monday. We used to do this when I taught. I used to have this as a read aloud. I'd read to the class and we just loved it. It has drama, it has mystery, some suspense, really an enjoyable book. Highly recommend this. Go ahead and read Missing Since Monday.
Hi, I'm Mr. Toll, and I'm just going to tell you what my favorite books are. I'm really into fantasy and kind of the wizard of different things. If you like Harry Potter, these might be a few series that you like also. One that might be interested into is Aragon. There's 3 other books besides this one by Christopher Paolini. It's about a dragon, lots of fighting, so if you really like that warrior style, that would be great. Another one that kind of goes into the fantasy, but it's more like history-based, but there's still a lot of fighting and a lot of action that goes on, is Michael Scott's like The Alchemist, but there's 7 other books that are in this series. So if you really like series books, this is a great one to go after. Another good one that I've read, these are the Septimus Heap books. There's like Flight, there's Siren, there's even Darkness, and this is by Angie Sage. Great books. They're not real hard to read, but she tells a great story, so you might like this. And they even go back in time travel, different things like that. They encounter weird beasts in different places. So these might be 3 books and 3 series that you may love to read.
Hi, I'm Miss Blanchard, and one of my favorite books in middle school was The Face on the Milk Carton by Caroline Cooney. And if you like mysteries, it's an excellent book for that. It's basically about a girl who is 15, and she is at lunch one day, and she looks down at her milk carton, and she sees her own picture of herself from when she was younger, and it says that she was missing. And she never knew that she was missing. And it just follows that story, and she finds out that her parents aren't maybe her real parents. So it's a good book. You should read it.
Okay, I chose the book Esperanza Rising because I love this story. It's about a girl who goes from one country to another, and we have a lot of students who do that. And she has to overcome a lot of struggles and tragedy in her life. And she does that with grace and elegance. And it happens during the Great Depression, so if you're interested in historical events, this would be a great book for you.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Torres, and I'm reading The Last Boy. If you like books about true life experiences, this one would be a great one for you. It's geared for young adults.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Amen, and I love to read. And one of my favorite authors is Gary Paulson, and he writes books like The Hatchet, and they're high adventure, high activity, wonderfully adventuresome, and if you get a chance to read them, you should. There's some gory parts, but it also makes you visualize exactly what's going on and make you wonder what you would do if you were stuck in the same situation. Give it a try.
Stargirl by Jerry Spinelli is one of my favorite books. I love reading it. I've read it many times. I've read it to my classes many times too, because it's about a girl who isn't afraid to be herself. And she's very unique. She does things that everybody else thinks is odd, but it just talks about her and her relationships with people, and I just love that story. So recommend this book.
Hey CMS, it's Mr. McCormick here. I wanted to take a moment to recommend a book that I've been reading. Actually, I want to thank Mrs. Brown for putting me onto this book because I needed a book to read for reading time. And it's been a really great read. It's the name of the book is Cover Up, Mystery at the Super Bowl. It's written by an author named John Feinstein. He's written several books for teenagers that have like sports themes behind them. This story is about two teenagers, Stevie Thomas and Susan Carol Anderson. Susan Carol is on a television show about sports. Stevie Thomas is a newspaper writer, and they both are assigned to go to the Super Bowl and cover some stories related to the Super Bowl. And while they are there, they learn that one of the teams involved in the Super Bowl has a secret that they don't want anybody to know about that could compromise the outcome of the Super Bowl. What I really like about this book is, number one, it's very well written. I mean, he's a tremendous author, but it has a lot of real sports figures that it weaves into it. People that are actually on teams, on NFL teams, and coaches and other famous people involved in sports. So it's very interesting. It reads really well. If I had more time to read it, I would have been done a long time ago. It's a great book. And thank you, Mrs. Brown.
Hi! Piper and I have a favorite book. It's called The Spiderwick Chronicles. I know they made a movie, but you've got to read the books. The books are amazing. Use your own imagination and the pictures come to life in your head. We like it, don't we? Give Mommy kisses. See, she loves that book. And there are, how many in the series? Let me think. I believe there are 5 books in the series. So reserve your copies with your librarian today. P.S. I forgot to mention this. The story is about 3 young children who go with their mother to live with the grandfather. His house is very old, but old houses are amazing because he has hidden areas in the house, and there's little creatures who live in there, and they discover things that come up missing, and they have to find them, and they meet these creatures, and these creatures can talk to them, and they are kind of like animals, but like people, kind of a combo. So you get that book and read it, you are going to love it. You will not be disappointed.